Well, today I'm gonna be doing a mod I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. Just finally getting the chance to. Gotta turn the lights on. And lights are on. What we are going to be doing today is super simple, super easy task for you GC guys that don't know how to take off your front bumper. We're gonna be deleting that. That right there. No more license plate bracket. I am gonna remove it completely. It's blocking some airflow, not much, but it is blocking some, so I just kind of don't really want to deal with that just being in the way. So yeah. And like the other reason why I want to do this mod is just because it's going to look better. Yeah, and I never run front plate, so I don't really see the point in having that even there. I never ran a front plate when I was in Colorado, and I'm not going to be running a front plate here. So yeah, I'm just going to get that on off. Really taking your bumper off is super easy. I don't have my grill tabs intact anymore, as far as the bottom ones go, or the top ones, or actually no, I think all four are broken off now. I don't know how the bottom ones broke. All I know is that they did end up breaking at some point when I took off the grill. So right now I just have zip ties on there. If you have the tabs, you would pretty much need like a flathead screwdriver and just kind of like pop the little tabs out of place. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys pretty much how to take your headlights out, and then how to take off your grill, and essentially how to take off your front bumper. It's super easy. It might be easier if you guys have like a jack to put your car up and take the wheels off, just because it's gonna make it easier if you guys try to get your wheels off to get that front bumper off, because there's a screw, or it depends on if you either have a screw, if you have like a push tab that holds the edges of the actual bumper on. So you're gonna want to take those off. And like I said, pretty much taking your wheel off will make it easier if you turn it all the way, like lock to the right and lock to the left. That is what I'm going to do. And then yeah, I'm gonna cut off that license plate bracket. Just don't need it anymore. So yeah, we'll see how this looks, and it should raise up my IATs quite a bit since it is restricting some airflow. So we'll see how it goes. All right, first things first, of course, you are gonna get car, pop your hood open. So, oh, all right, so here, God, these windows are so freaking loud. Everybody knows that coupe windows are just very wobbly when it comes to having them kind of halfway rolled down or whatever. So yeah, in order to start the process of getting your bumper off, you are going to get your grill off first, and then after that you get your corner lights off, and then there's going to be 3 bolts essentially that you can get to, and then take your headlights off. Once you get your headlights off, there's going to be like a little tab. So there's one here, there's like, I think there's maybe like 4 or 5 in the front, and then there's one towards the back, and then there's going to be one on this side as well. Essentially, they are located literally right behind here. So yeah, they're kind of a pain if you don't get your wheel either off, or if you don't clock your wheel and actually get all the way to the left to get this one off, and then you're gonna have to turn that side and probably get it towards this side and point it that direction, just because it does make it easier. So yeah, let's get the grill off, let's get the corner lights off, and yeah, we'll get the front bumper off. All right, so in my case, I just have zip ties holding this in, so cut those off, and then essentially after that, I'll be able to get the grill up and out of here. So there you go. And everybody, I'm sure, probably has experienced this. This tab will break. This one right here in the bottom will typically break as well. And on this side, typically this one will break and this one will break. I have all 4 broken. Yeah, it's trash, it's garbage, but it is what it is. I can't really do anything about it. So yeah, after that, I'm gonna get the corner lights off, and then just continue on with getting the bumper off. All right, get this corner light on out of here, and then we'll go to the other side. Since I'm running a front mount, I don't really have space to have put the screws in for my front mount, so I kind of cut into the bumper to make some space for them. So That's gonna be different on your guys' cars, of course. But yeah, we're pretty much almost done with taking the bumper off. Really not much left to do, so yeah, let's get the headlights off. So once you get your corner lights off, I typically just will untwist the little bulb socket out and just set them aside. There's going to be actually, there's going to be 4 10 millimeters that can be taken off. So there are 2 10 millimeters here, and then there are going to be 2 in the front. So let me show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. So you have 1, 2, and then you got 3 and 4. So you're gonna take those out, and then the headlight will pop off. Of course, disconnect your headlight before you take your headlights off, and it will be the same story on the other side. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2 on the other side. So, yep, it's really easy. And after that, your headlight will pop out. It's that simple. So yeah, so now we're gonna go do the other side. I'm just gonna take that one off real quick. And then from here, it's smooth sailing, so yeah. All right, and then here comes the easy part, or the fun part. You have tab, and then you're pretty much gonna take all the tabs off. So every tab that you see, you're pretty much just gonna take off. So there's quite a couple of them that you need to take off. And then of course you're gonna have your actual bolts back here you have to take out as well. I don't know if they're 10s or 12s. It can be different depending on if you have OEM hardware or if you're using different hardware, but 2 on those sides, and then the bumper will come off. Obviously, when you take your turn signals out, what I like to do, I'm just about making my life easier. So what I would do is I would just turn the socket and take the bulb out with the socket, just like I did here with the corner lights. And yeah, just make your life easier. And it will make your life easier if you have some clip pliers, which I have here. So I'm gonna use these to get most of them off. And then I have a Phillips style clip in the very front. All right, then I got the middle one, and I got one more I gotta get off, which I'm probably gonna use a flathead on. All right, so yeah, on this one I'm using 2 different sizes, so I'm gonna use my 12 and then my 13 wrench to get this thing on out of here. Yeah, this one right here, this is probably like the most tedious one, I would say, if like you don't really have like the right tools to get this done. It can be very, very tedious. Let's see here. Alright. This bolt isn't done. And then I actually did a bumper tab repair on this bumper. Came out really well. Still no signs of this thing cracking or even coming loose, so that's good. Yeah, that's real good. But yeah, now I'm gonna do the other side and just get the bumper off. And just like that, this bumper is ready to come off. So we're gonna get this bumper off, we're gonna sit it up, and I'm gonna cut away right here. And of course, when you're taking off your bumper, do not forget to take your turn signal harnesses off. And if you guys have fog lights, don't forget to take your fog light harnesses off, because you will rip them off if you forget to do so. So just don't forget. Take this off. Awesome. Alright, so I'm actually going to sit this up just like that. And I'm gonna get my cutting wheel and just start cutting away. Yeah, because I really don't need that, so that's gotta go away. Probably gonna put some tape on the areas where it might get some contact, because I really don't want to damage the paint on the bumper. So yeah, so I'm gonna go and just tape up what I don't want to cut, and just start removing that stuff. Look how warped this got. This got so warped because I ended up scraping my lip. I kind of dragged it a little bit. But yeah, pretty much now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start cutting into it and yeah, start etching it out all until I get to the very top portion here. The thing about this thing too is like it's gonna be spitting out so much plastic, and that's really gonna suck. All right, so I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit higher because there is like a metal bracket back there for the license plate. All right, for this you definitely want to be careful. It's spitting out so much plastic and it's like super hot. So pretty much what I'm gonna do here is just break this off. All right, there you go. So that's the main portion I've got off. So now what I'm gonna do is pretty much just keep cutting until I get down to where it's pretty flat. And once it gets pretty flat, I'm gonna take my, I have like a little Dremel tool I can use to kind of just even it out, if anything. But yeah, I mean, so far it's not too bad. So you just gotta be careful with like the plastic stuff that's just shooting out. I have to clean that up after in a bit too. But yeah, just be careful when you're doing this because you could easily burn yourself. So. Yeah, stuff gets so hot. And then from here, you pretty much just file it down, just sand it down to where you need it to be, and then you're pretty much golden. Yeah, so let me grab my Dremel. I'm pretty much just gonna file it down to where it's like super smooth. Yeah, and that should be pretty much it. So far, yeah, it's really not all too bad. Fairly easy to do. As you guys can see, it's super easy to do. Just sucks because I'm gonna have like a little gap here now, but it's whatever, I guess. I was gonna need to cut the bumper a little bit anyways, because I'm probably gonna go 3 or 4 inch. I might end up doing, I think I have a 3 inch right now. I'm probably gonna do a 4 inch intercooler core. So yeah, I was gonna have to cut into the bumper anyway, so it'll make it a little bit easier. All right, so essentially this is what I'm using to kind of Dremel down, flatten everything out. Kind of did some of it off the camera. I'm pretty much almost done. So I just got a little bit left, and then I'll put the bumper back on. And that is pretty much as flat as I'm going to be able to get it. So I'm just going to clean off the rest of the plastic that is left on the bumper, take the tape off, see how it looks, and then we'll put the bumper back on. So doing your bumper installs on these cars are super easy, as you can see. Fairly simple. So yeah, let's finish this thing up. Now that that's all set and done, we're gonna put the bumper back on. So we're just gonna reverse the process here. And then you're gonna connect your turn signals, bolt that thing down. Oh yeah, that is so much better without that license plate bracket thing on there. So yeah, we're gonna put the turn signals, plug them back in, put the tabs, put everything back together, and then that should be pretty much it. So super easy, super simple. All right, what I like to do is I like to start from the center and then get the 2 outer ones in. And then once I get the 2 outer ones in, then I'll focus on the rest. So just push it through. Now I'm gonna get the 2 side ones on, bolt them up, and then yeah, get the rest of the front end on. Bumper is on, so now it's time to get the headlights back on. You can't really get this wrong. It's just, it's super easy. It might seem intimidating at first because it's like, damn, like you gotta take the front bumper off, but it's really not that bad. And what I like to do is I like to hand thread all of my stuff in. You guys will kind of notice in my videos that there's not a time where I won't hand thread something in. I just avoid cross-threading every single chance I get, so that will not be something that will be in my book for today. Or any day. If I do end up cross-threading something, it's because it must have been a very tough situation, or I was just very young. And when you're putting your headlights on, make sure you don't catch your harness. Sometimes I will make the mistake and kind of pinch my my actual harness to the headlight. So just be aware that it's a possibility that you might end up pinching your harness. So just make sure that that is all free and clear before you go ahead and completely tighten on your headlight. So it's something I used to do. So at this point, I'm kind of like just used to going to check on that. But for those of you who aren't used to it, just double check and just make sure you're not pinching your harness. Same thing goes with the turn signals. Sometimes I would accidentally pinch the turn signals when I put the bumper back on, so just check all your wires and make sure just everything's clear before, you know, send it and tighten everything down. And when you're tightening like stuff down with an impact, especially plastic, try not to go too hard, because you could end up breaking the actual plastic from the headlight off. So, and then just remember that you guys have a little nipple that you guys need to line up to your fender. So this right here is going to be the nipple that you want to line up. It's very easy to forget that it has that nipple to line it up, and you can break these. But yep, almost done here. All right, there's that, and then pretty much get my grill back on, and that's it. I mean, in my case, I need to use zip ties because I broke the tabs. Yeah, sucks, but it is what it is. It's super common on GCs, especially when you have a front mount. It's kind of hard to make the front mount fit with your grill, so yeah. All right, time to put my grill back on the absolutely haggard way possible. Sucks I have to do this, but I had this actually happen on my old GC as well. My grill just, for some reason, just ended up breaking on me. So if it happens to you, don't feel bad. It happens to plenty of people. Like I said, myself included. So just don't feel bad. It happens. It's just so funny, just how quickly the tabs just break on GCs when you really start working on them. You have to be like taking off the grill and whatnot. It's just, yeah. Cool. Now, once you got both the zip ties on, strap them down, and then call it a day. So, strap that one down. This one's good. Yeah, it sucks that it does that, but it is what it is. So, now that those are all nice and down. Bam. Bam. But yeah, that is pretty much it. It's that easy. Man, and let me show you real quick. That actually makes it look way more aggressive. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is such a vibe. I'm loving the way that's looking. You can like see where it's like all super clean and then the rest is all like dinged up and whatnot. But yeah, that looks really, really good. I am loving it. Especially when I get that fatter intercooler, and I'm gonna have to take the bumper off and retrim, but for now that's awesome. Man, I love this setup. I'm gonna be changing it up here soon. How soon, I don't know, but I'm gonna be changing it up. Different intake manifold's gonna be on, and then different headers. I'm gonna have to get new piping pretty much redone for my for the intake manifold, since it's gonna be a different location or placement. Instead of it being angled up, the process west just comes straight out. So I'm gonna have to get that redone. But yeah, this is very exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Super easy. I told you guys, there's really not much more to it. I didn't even have to like clock the wheels the other way either to do the other side. You just clock them and then you should be all good and be able to get this bumper all off. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So let's cut on out of here. All right, and that is essentially how you take off your front bumper if you ever need to, for whatever the case may be. You rip your bumper off, rip the lip off. Had to do it quite a couple of times. Yeah, that's pretty much how you get that done. I went ahead and just, like I said, just delete the license plate bracket. Let me actually pick up the bracket off the floor here. So, if you do end up cutting your bracket off, this is what that looks like. You have to be careful with like this metal actual bracket that's actually like attached to the bumper, because when I was kind of grinding it, as you can see here, I would kind of hit that metal frame there. So yeah, just be aware that that is on the back of your actual bumper if you decide to cut this off for some other reason, if you go front mount or whatever. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Super easy. Subarus are pretty easy in general. I love working on Subarus. Like, yeah, they can be kind of tedious, but they're pretty easy to work on. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Please like,
comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, you guys are awesome. Wherever you guys are, have a great day, have a great night, and you guys will see me posting as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.